Hello and welcome to a brief glance into the future of television. I'm Jonathan Elias, your host in showing off the latest innovations in how you can receive information and entertainment free over the air. Now, this is your grandparents' television set. Do you remember this? The antenna pulled down free television shows to a square box. Yep, we all remember that. Those TV signals come over the air from a single tall tower that's somewhere near your home. Well, those TV towers still send those shows. But tomorrow, those programs will reach all sorts of devices: TVs, laptops, tablets, and phones, in homes, in cars, and even in boats. And not only do we send free TV programs over the air, but now we can send all sorts of other non-TV data used by businesses and folks just like you. And best of all, these wireless broadcast signals get to places that the internet just does not reach. Here in Washington, we broadcast our signal on WJLA. Many of you pay to watch us through your cable, satellite, or phone provider. But many of you are also watching us for free using just a plain old simple antenna. Not only do you get to watch WJLA's ABC programming, but also other channels like Charge, Comet TV, and TBD. Those programs are received via your antenna and decoded by your TV sets. Antenna reception is good, but it's about to get so much better because the next generation of television is about to launch on WJLA. But it already exists on a companion station right here in town. WIAV Channel 30. That station carries the TBD network. It offers unique programs using the latest in television technology and serves a large portion of our market. Called NEXTGEN TV, the programs can be sent to new NEXTGEN capable TV sets in ultra high definition with exceptional clarity, detail, and color on even extra large monitors. Its sound is vivid, theater quality sound. The television signals reach deep into buildings, and best of all, they can be received on the move, not just on stationary TV sets. So this new transmission platform allows us to pinpoint contact to you and your location. That's essential for news and emergency alerts. If there's a problem in Frederick, Maryland, for instance, it may not be as much of a concern in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So now we can specifically target programming to just that affected area. This new NEXTGEN broadcast system now uses the same language as the internet. This IP protocol means that we can now combine the over-the-air broadcast signal with programming sent over the internet. So now you can choose from a much larger menu of programming, including TV and radio stations. Let us show you some of the new features of NEXTGEN TV available right now on WIAV. First and most obvious, the difference in video and audio quality is just simply astonishing. Here are two TV monitors. The first shows a TV signal broadcast by WJLA using the existing digital standard. But compare that to the second monitor that shows the same pictures broadcast on WIAV using the NEXTGEN standard with incredible detail, using high dynamic range and ultra sophisticated coloring. You may not be able to tell the difference on the TV set that you're watching, but I'll tell you this, in person, the difference is amazing. You would think that you're standing right in the middle of the action. And when there's a storm rumbling through the Washington metro area, instead of just seeing a crawl on the top of your screen, wouldn't it be better to actually see that storm as it's advancing through the neighborhoods? To see the live Doppler radar so you can see where the storm is on the map? To see evacuation routes that are being opened or emergency shelter locations being made available? To hear warnings in a number of different languages? And also to wake up sleeping devices to give you a warning while you're asleep, and to give you pinpoint warnings applicable to just your specific location. With NEXTGEN TV, all of that information will be possible. Here's an advanced emergency alerting message transmitted over WIAV today. You can set your NEXTGEN capable TV or phone to the level of warning that you want, and it's targeted to just this county right now. On the horizon, we'll be able to target by zip codes or even closer. You'll also be able to use this newly devised menu from a broadcast app to get more information relevant specifically to you. Now here you see the alert and the options to receive more information, and importantly, this service comes over the air via a broadcast TV channel. It is not limited by fragile cell phone service or wires that are often snapped by falling trees during these storms. It doesn't get overloaded by throttled cell phone service because it's broadcast to all affected areas and it's received simultaneously and instantly by everyone. No buffering, no pixelating. And the emergency service is not limited to weather. For instance, here's an Amber Alert using the new NEXTGEN broadcast technology on WIAV. And it shows the picture of a missing child, a map of the child's last known location, a description of the vehicle, even the suspected abductor. Now, this is infinitely more valuable than just a simple crawl that says a child is missing. The advanced emergency information can be tailored to localized hazmat incidences, fire response, or school lockdowns. Think about how the cell phone system is instantly clogged in these emergencies. But now, using NEXTGEN broadcast capabilities, information can be sent immediately. No, this is not the old TV broadcast system.
At the FCC, we're very excited about the possibilities of NEXTGEN broadcasting. For consumers, if you think about your shift from a 3G phone to a 4G phone, think about all of the new capabilities that unleashed. We're about to see that same type of upgrade happen with the broadcast airwaves. This is a much more efficient way of delivering infinitely more amounts of data and information. So we think it's gonna be a really exciting technology. Everything from better picture and audio quality on your TV to powering all sorts of other devices, since it works on the same IP technology as the internet.
The new NEXTGEN broadcast system can be used for much more than TV programming. Broadcasters can now use a portion of their channels for other services. Think about distance learning. As we have seen over this past pandemic year, students have had to adapt to at-home learning. That is, if they had access to the internet. But what if they don't? We've all seen stories of students in rural areas and places where there is no broadband signal, forced to drive to public Wi-Fi sites, shopping malls, cafes, fast food outlets, even in roving school buses. And for those who can't afford the internet, well, they're just left out. NEXTGEN Broadcasting provides an immediate free workaround using existing TV channels. Working with our friends at America's Public Television Stations, SpectraApp, and Digicap, students today can receive needed educational benefits that includes classroom lectures, assignments, background materials, personal messages from the teacher, and more from the TV signal broadcast to their homes. Those are sent instantaneously to a simple gateway device hooked directly to the student's laptop.
NEXTGEN TV will enable America's public and commercial television stations to dramatically expand our remote learning services. Not only do we work with school districts to provide standards-based, curriculum-aligned education content, but our datacasting capability is transmitting these learning resources to students without internet service. NEXTGEN TV will exponentially increase our ability to pursue both of these critical education missions.
Using the WIAV channel, we can see a lesson sent by the teacher via the internet and simultaneously via the WIAV over-the-air broadcast channel to an entire class. It's targeted just to that class, and it can be viewed by those students with and without an internet connection. Today, that's done with a separate reception box, a gateway. Tomorrow, the reception capability will be built into all receiving devices. Distance learning just got a dose of television future.
With our public television broadcast partners over the last 2 decades, we've demonstrated an opportunity for broadcast television to support educators getting content to kids that are underserved. Next generation broadcast TV takes that to a whole new level that educators are very much looking forward to.
We mentioned that over-the-air antenna TV can now be linked with internet-provided channels. We call this hybrid TV. Here's an example for you. WIAV is broadcasting TBD network programs over the air today, but many more video options are now possible. Suppose the TV viewer wants to watch something from the internet, a streaming service. Well, here you see the broadcasting app functioning, permitting the viewer to choose from a menu of program services. Some delivered over the air, some delivered over the top via the internet. The viewer chooses an internet-provided channel, Stir, and simply just clicks a button to watch the new programming. That simple link shows the incredibly sophisticated new capabilities of this next-gen broadcast standard, linking broadcast and broadband, a watershed capability. And it's not just video programming that can be broadcast. All sorts of data can be sent over the broadcast channel, from mapping data to driverless cars, smart agriculture, and pinpoint drone deliveries.
The use cases for next-gen broadcast are infinite. As demonstrated here, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It will unleash multiple new benefits for our society, exploiting a whole new distribution platform. We at the FCC look forward to watching the magic of the marketplace fully embrace NextGen's capabilities.
Using just a small portion of their broadcast channels, TV stations can now partner with radio stations to improve the reach of their audio platform. And this opens the way to a host of new options for listeners of live and recorded programming. Think about deep dives into backup information or multiple podcasts offered by radio stations via the NextGen TV channel. Here, we are using WIAV's TV broadcast channel, along with WTOP radio, brought to us by our colleagues at Hubbard Broadcasting. This merges the TV broadcast signal with the all-news radio service of Washington's premier radio station.
Expanding the reach of radio and bringing multiple new offerings to our listeners through an untapped platform gives our brand new ways to meet the expanding needs and interests of those who tune in to hear us.
Perhaps the best new feature of the NextGen broadcast standard is its ability to reach mobile devices. Viewers today are wedded to their phones, tablets, and laptops. They want to access programming, walking, driving, and relaxing in the wild. Here's the Mark I phone. It is a prototype specifically designed with a chip to receive the NextGen broadcast signal. And the phone can see TV programming on the move, whether in a 65-mile-per-hour car on the Beltway or just sitting outside on a park bench on the mall. Here we see the WIAV programming received for free just walking down the streets of DC. And think about that when an emergency alert is sent out or broadcast. Rather than frozen out because the cell phone system is overloaded during a crisis, wouldn't it be better to have an instant way to provide critical information directly to all users? Well, that is the promise of NextGen broadcasting. The great news is that NextGen broadcasting is rolling out all across America as we speak. We have shown you just the tip of what's in store. WIAV is up and running, and now in Washington, soon to be followed by other stations in DC, including our own WJLA. It is exciting broadcasting innovation, no question, dramatically improving television, opening new opportunities for emergency alerting and informing, distance learning, and linking with the internet. There are hundreds of data use cases on the horizon, and we are so glad to give you this advanced peek at just some of them. And as we say in the TV business, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.